You hear and you speak that you even though you hear and you speak that you know that you are eternal beings. There is this goal-setting mechanism that many of you have been on for some underlying discomfort about not quite being there, and we want you to want
I am having good morning. I just had a technical bloop. You know something? I'm blooping it already, and I love that. Good morning, everybody. If you just saw me blooper, I love you. This is Debbie G. You are watching Love Coach Academy, Spirituality Gone Wild, and wake up to you. We're going to try some gratitude today. And I have a really very special friend with me. His name is Paul McFarland. He'll be coming up shortly. I am going to share something that is going to get us just up in joy. And this song is by True Seeker. It's called I Return. And if you are just joining, just please share out. Tell me where you're tuning in from. And check this song out by True Seeker. Let's raise the vibration this morning. The topic is going to be what world unity means to you. What does world unity mean to you? Okay, that is what I want to know from you, what world unity means. So let's get this rocking and rolling here and share it out.
And you speak that you know that you are eternal beings. There is this goal-setting mechanism that many of you have been on for so long that says, here I am, but there I will be. And then there's this built-in discomfort till I get there. Some underlying discomfort about not quite being there. And we want you to want to go there so that you stay pointed in the right direction, but we are all forward moving, forward looking, forward reaching. That's what eternity is.
I'm returning to the place of my birth. I'm returning to the belly of the earth. Back from the future to heal my hurt. As I look within, I begin my search. Yeah, I took a dose and I found my hope. The medicine is better when it helps me cope. I took a dose and I found my hope, because the medicine is better when it helps me cope. Yeah, who am I? I am you. Back to the essence, remain true. Bask in the presence, chosen few, and out of sight for the truth with my mind renewed. Never find what I'm seeking in school or church. Religion is deceiving, but I started there first. Doctrines of demons and the pain got worse. Find the ancient path to reverse the curse, and I return. I return. I return. I return.
I return to the fire, which is higher, from which we burn. I return to that fire, which is higher, from which we burn. I return to that fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return.
So feeling when I'm barefoot earthing, searching as a child I'm learning, receiving revelation that my spirit is bursting. My past and present is at one merging. Through love and understanding, we find our minds expanding. With the use of the drum and joyous dance, and return to your birth through sacred chanting. Home.
I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return, fearless, no longer faceless, in the matrix, soulless and faithless. Instead, I return to regain this integrity that takes us beyond limitations and graceless ways of being amidst the chaos. I return to the painless inner sanctum of the nameless. I return from ancient portals, from beyond being mortal, and arrive ready to heal, ready to thrive, resurrected after a society too contrived and worlds of media that lie. I reincarnate with rhythms on high, and I arrive at the beat that reminds us of where we come from and why. I return fearless of this bliss. Now I don't resist, don't raise a fist, just drop into the deep abyss, and this Time and space, ready to take my place. It's amongst the sun, amongst the one, the design that reminds us of where we come from and where we will return. I return to the fire, which is higher, from which we burn. I return to that fire, which is higher, from which we burn. I return to that fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return to the oneness we all share. Peace in our hearts, rise everywhere. Regardless of where we come from, we dream under the same moon, born under the same sun. I return to the oneness we all share. Peace in our hearts, rise everywhere. Regardless of where we come from, we dream under the same moon, born under the same sun.
In time, with a little bit of practice, all of you will reach this place where you'll get so hooked on this feeling of alignment that you're just not willing to move outside of it no matter what. No matter how good the statistics look, no matter how good the spiel that's offered, no matter what the outside circumstances are, you'll just get to the point where you'll say, wait a minute, I have this guidance system that's been calculating my path, and so we like what we feel from you as you say, I'm loving this journey and I'm loving the way it is unfolding for me. And I know that I'm always in the right place. And I know that it's an evolving place. And now life is always good. And then isn't it fun to watch things begin to unfold and say, oh yes, that feels just right. Oh yes, that feels just right. Oh yes, I've been looking for you. I've been expecting you. I've been anticipating you. I knew you were coming. I could feel you on my doorstep. I knew you were coming. Here you are, and you're as beautiful as I thought you would be. About all things. Yes.
I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return. I return to the fire, which is higher, and from which we burn. I return.
I absolutely love Truth Seeker. Woo! Return. So I brought this up because how amazing is this? Francine, I love you. I know you guys can't see me. Woo! Connecting from Arizona. World Unity Week means we are unifying all colors, creeds, beings, religions to the Sacred Heart. As we gather around the sacred circle, the round tables, we are sharing, connecting, and weaving the solutions for humanity. We are ready to implement the blueprints for the new earth. We are praying for global and galactic peace. May joy and harmony be anchored through our creations and intentions. Giving thanks for all global heart-centered organizations. Giving thanks for Unity Week. Woo! Celebrate. If you guys are not aware what Unity Week is, worldwideunityweek.org. Go over and check it out. I'm going to share some more information about that in a little bit. But first, I want to bring up somebody who's waiting behind the scenes, who I absolutely love and adore with all of my heart. And his name is Paul McFarland. You know, I had a vision a few years ago about having this platform and network that we could all just hang out on, have a great time, and share our hearts with each other and share new tools and new perspectives for the world, everybody. And Paul has been part of this journey since the beginning. I can't thank him enough. You know, he's brilliant. He's talented. He's a screenwriter. He's the advertising king. And he's my dear friend. Oh, and by the way, one hell of a musician. Plus, we both love Zeppelin. I mean, that, like, how rock and roll are we?
Very.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Debbie G.
Happy Capigrata.
Happy Cuppa.
What's going on? So,
Hmm.
how have you been? What's been going on with you? Where have you been?
I've been all across the universe and just from right here. Boo! Easily. But, or rather, I've been here and I've been there and I've been in between, as it says on the first King Crimson record.
Ooh, I
Because
love that.
I've been here and I've been there and I've been in between. Yeah, that's from the song I Talked to the Wind.
Ooh, I love that. Hey, Paul, what does World Unity Week mean to you?
Well, I think that quote kind of got there. The idea
Yeah.
that the concept is inside us. It's not really out there, because if you think of the physical world, look at the sky. You see any lines? No, it's just one sky. The oceans all flow into each other. So the unity in the physical sense is already there. Maybe you just need to notice it. And then it's like, well, all of us human beings, us bipedal, sort of walking on two legs, smart, our head up on top, we may think we're different because we realize that we're individuals, and we may be aware of differences, things that attract us, things that repel us. So that potentiality of the idea of unity in an intellectual sense is the work for us to do ourselves. In other words, Tabby,
Yes.
where are you?
I'm right here.
What is that right here?
It just is.
Yeah, because you know what? You're not there. You're not in a place that we call California. No, you're not. You're in here. When I see you, my eyes, the lens, takes it in apparently upside down and through the optic nerve and joins the brain, turns it the other way. What if everything really is upside down? Anyway, so you exist. What I see you is literally in my brain and in my mind and my consciousness. That's where I see you. You're not really anywhere except for in me. Your voice, that laugh, was taken in through the auditory canal, and turned into a thing of intelligible sound in me. Nothing exists outside of us. So that's what it goes back to. It's really the work of this concept of unity. We can heal the planet, but the planet doesn't exist except inside us anyway. It's all an inside opportunity. Because I don't exist here. I exist in your mind. I exist in your ears. I exist in your eyes.
But I mean, I can touch you. You're really there. Well, I can't really touch you. You can.
As I was saying, yeah. But if you touch me,
It's my
skin,
my ability to feel.
Yes, you can touch my skin. You run your fingers through my hair, whatever you want to do. But the point is, that's the sensation your body's picking up, and your perception of what I feel like is inside you.
That is rad. What are you guys vibing on this? It's pretty cool. And okay, listen.
So unity, it's up for us to make it.
I'm loving that. It unity. So look at can we laugh here? I love this. More Norma and Mike. When you burp speaking, real spirit is coming through you. Life is okay. Paul, have you ever noticed that we take shit too seriously? Like, I don't mean we as in me personally. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think people wonder what's wrong with me because I don't take shit. I don't get bent out of shape for most things.
Actually, what you said, take shit seriously. On a regular basis, I do research about the sewage systems in big cities around the world to see how they're handling shit.
Really?
Yeah, because as long as we're here, there's going to be shit. And the more of us, the more shit there is. And if you take it somewhat seriously and practically, what do you do with it?
Yeah. I really, I don't know. What do you do with it?
Oh, put the word "the" in. Hey, that's
Okay.
shit. No, that's the shit. Okay.
The
We take
shit.
the shit too seriously. Probably.
The shit. Yeah, probably.
We
I
take
think
the shit too seriously.
the shit. We take the shit too seriously. Hey, you know what? Hey, Paul, didn't Osho do a thing about shit too and the word fuck?
No,
Oh,
just the word fuck.
oh, okay. So I mean, how many different ways can you use a naughty word? It all word. Okay, I mean, there's another thing that we can get into. Just a word itself meaning so many different things. I have because we work with people across the world. They have different sayings for different things. Like Saf and I were talking about this yesterday. We were talking about aluminium versus aluminum.
Right.
It means the same thing, but it's said differently. But this goes back to what you're auditorily hearing within you. So good point on that.
Well, it's an agreement. It's an agreement. Why, how language has variations. In other words, like, I'm studying Dutch. And the word for face in Dutch is gezicht. Well, in German, Dutch, Deutsch, it's Gesicht. Now, why did the G become a G? Just one example. Well, let's see. When language was being created all that time ago, it was probably spoken, heard, and remembered. I'm a Dutch person, and I pass through. No, I'm a person who says a word a certain way, and I tell you this is the word. It's gezicht. And then I leave, and then someone remembers it and tells someone else, and they can't make that sound, so they say gezicht, and that person goes off and becomes. It's just slight variations, and then over time, you can have a culture where there's a mountain. On this side of the mountain, we never do that. We always do that. Well, it's kind of arbitrary, kind of contextualization. It's like this word is good. This word is not good. I mean, I don't know. Birds find it hilarious.
Birds do. I imagine, could you even imagine what they're thinking?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Every day. It's a beautiful day to fly.
It's a beautiful day. I love that. Balance. Balance is what I was hearing within what you were talking about too. There's a balance in all of this.
Yeah, but balance on the aggregate.
Yeah.
The aggregate. In other words, if you're like on a board and trying to keep your balance, you never really get your balance. You're constantly shifting from side to side, less and less and less. And even then, it's a slight rolling or something.
Yeah. Balance
is a goal, but it's not really a state. Is there a balance between light and dark? Sure there is. Of course there isn't. And we want to feel balance on the aggregate. In other words, even when people say, I've said it, probably you've said it, man, I need a vacation. We're out of balance. And it doesn't mean that at any given moment we're equally vacationing and working. It just means that on the aggregate, whenever we take stock, or we check in, we say, I'm a quart down or something. And then we think we need to restore balance. But it just means stop doing this and do this for a while.
I love that. So it's such a simpler way of looking at things. I mean, but I think that what we're really, when I want to talk about what World Unity Week means to me, or World Unity is to me, is relationships. It's relationships.
Well, unity. Why do we have a desire for unity? Because we feel that things are not unified.
Correct. And exactly. And world unity to me would be relationships, peace, and balance. And I say these because that's what's on the forefront of the burner right now is relationships, having peace in our relationships, having balance in our relationships, really anchoring in our intentions with relationships. I mean, ask yourselves this question. Why are you friends with the people you're friends with? Do you lift them up? Do they lift you up? Relationships and connection. It's all about that. Unity is how that we relate to one another. I mean, this is a good time even to bring up Love Coach Academy, because Love Coach Academy, these are what the tools that we teach, compassionate communication tools. Unity to me means relationship. So what that also means that in order to have balance, I need to probably practice some compassionate ways of being. At least in my world. I don't know about other people, but that's how it is for me, you know. But what do you think about finding that balance, that peace in relationship with each other worldwide? If we each found peace and balance within relationship and connection with each other worldwide, what would our world look like? What could it be? Peaceful. Peace is possible. But what do you think about relationship being unity?
Oh, you said something really important a moment ago. If there's peace in the world, then I can relax. It's like, oh, the world is not at peace. I want to feel peaceful. Well, if you want to feel peaceful, cultivate peace in yourself for two reasons. Everything happens inside of us. The world is just the world. But if I make an opinion that it's all stressed, then you're right. I did it again. I did it. That awesome responsibility. So if you want peace, you have to create peace in yourself. And then that other bumper sticker, simple thing, we can't give what we don't have. Mm-hmm. Hey, Debbie, I really want to move to the Netherlands, and I've got the house all picked out. Could you give me 14 million euros, please?
Sure.
Give it to me now.
Can I write you an IOU?
No, I want the money right now. Can you?
But you can't give what you don't have.
Right.
You can't get pulled out of a turnip.
Yes. So to be in a relationship where you feel you're in a peaceful relationship, it's implying that I can't be at peace unless I've got a relationship. Well, that's okay. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to be the empty glass going into the relationship, to try and fill each other. You have to cultivate your own peace, and then you can bring that quality into a relationship and be more peaceful with another to share peace, right?
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference, because if even the other in a relationship only exists inside of us. So it keeps going back to, it's our work to do. It's our work to do. And if you feel peace inside yourself, everything is all right.
It's all right now, baby. It's all right now. Oh my God, you don't have your guitar. What am I going to do?
What, you mean this one?
Sing it, everybody. You know this song. I'm not singing it, but hey.
Yeah, I've always got it.
Can we both, what would happen if you guys both did that? Let's see.
What
key? Does it cut you out?
Hey.
Am I muted?
No, you're not muted. What happened? I was trying to see it cancels out. What's happening?
Let me try some.
Hey, do you know Gallows Paul on banjo?
But just go rip it up for a second there, Paul. I just got to hear that for a second. I just got to. I can't help my. Oh my God. Oh yeah, you guys.
a great thing when you go from major to minor.
First chord.
Yeah, that all that. Yeah.
What's the chord here?
Well, it starts with an A major and then goes down to a minor. It goes up to that whatever kind of broken chord.
Here we are. Welcome. We're taking donations for the March of Dime.
So
We're going to have one of the
See?
ushers.
Holy shit! Exactly. You know that it was said
Holy
that Dalai
shit.
Lama's kind of feces were sacred, and if he took a crap on your floor, it was like, you know,
You had to leave it there. You had to leave it there, never touch it.
right?
Some people question that. I'm just a poser, really. I just pick it up. Oh,
Me too. I was just left alone a lot as a teenager.
USA, you, us.
So guys,
Still hope for America. Big hope.
check this out. Cindy, she says just before she came on, she was listening to Thank You by Zeppelin. Yeah, that's my girl right there.
I can't do both at the same time. The organ.
I would still be loving you. It's
the most campfire song about.
Thank you. I know, right? It's just great. So
I love my banjo.
I love this. Okay,
I do
so
too.
we're talking about World Unity Week. We're talking about World Unity, period. What World Unity means to you, and what Paul and I were talking about there, Jay. And by the way, everybody, this is Jay Mayer. Welcome, Jay Mayer. I just noticed that your names aren't up here. Let me put your names up. There we go. This is Jay Mayer, and so Jay, we were talking about relationship, what unity means to each of us individually. Paul brought up the fact that everything is within, no matter what. I don't know if you were able to hear that or not. And
No.
I was saying that relationship is unity.
Did you repeat that?
Paul was saying that everything is within.
Everything happens only inside of us.
I think we need to be friends with Iran, and we need to be friends with North Korea. And once we are friends with all the nations of the world, then we will have inner peace. And I think until then, because of the outside and the inside, it's all related. You know, once we get, peaceful, utopian kind of leadership, everyone's going to feel great.
Yeah, we can be friends. We can even start by being friendly.
Well, what if peace were possible?
End all sanctions. End all sanctions.
Well, I think, okay,
Don't you
so,
agree?
well, yeah, but the world leaders are coming together right now in world prayer. And the fact is that that's what everybody is praying for. That is during this paradigm shift. So I'm under the belief that, like what Cindy is saying right here, having a good relationship with ourselves first. And I got to agree with you, because I haven't seen a change that happens outside of me. It has to happen within me. We're going to go back to Paul's original explanation of everything goes into your ears. It's auditory. It's going into your own head. It's nothing outside of you. And for me, relationship, unity. So you're right. We have to start with ourselves. So if we're at one with ourselves and everybody practices that, then we could become friends with North Korea, and we could South Korea, and West and East, North, South, East, and West. We can all be unified.
Well,
all
the
over the
practical
world.
issue is it could be a beautiful day outside, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. The news could be that all the leaders of the world, so-called, all did a kumbaya and everything's all fine. But I'm in a pissed off mood, and I hate the way I look in the mirror, and something in my back is hurting me, and I see what difference does it make. My world is awful. It's completely up to us.
Individually.
Yeah, because if we don't have a beautiful world inside of us, it doesn't matter what's outside of us because we perceive everything. See, Jay, what I was telling Debbie, I was telling, where do I exist? I don't exist here. I exist in her eyes, in her ears, in her mind, as I'm in yours right now. Yeah, if it doesn't for your senses, I don't exist at all.
Right. Like one hand clapping in the forest.
One hand clap.
Is there a forest at all? If you're the only one there.
Yeah, if a bear shits in the wood, you only have one hand to applaud it. Then what?
If the Pope shits in the wood. That's not right. Never mind.
That could be holy shit.
Oh my God. Well, okay. So then we have remembering that love is a vibration. Yup. And then, okay, in reply to the person who's living their suck it up, buttercup, and get happy. Oh my God, Cindy, you've been listening to me for so long. Oh dear Lord. Cindy and I are just in so much alignment here. It's just all the time. Suck it up, buttercup. I mean, seriously, Cindy, I got to get on you with this one because the world takes shit so seriously. I was saying yesterday, I'm like, oh my God, do we have to have a discussion about every little thing? But my feelings, okay, feelings, yes, we have to recognize our feelings, but they should not be controlling us. And that's where I look at it. Oh my God, is it controlling me? This is all coming back to the change within. Everything starts with
feeling, and I'll cry if I want.
I want to. I love that song actually.
I want to
I love
cry if I want to.
Well,
you would cry too if it happened to you. Oh,
maybe.
what a
risk, maybe.
That song just like I want
I
to
might hit
call
a pillow.
ambulance,
Well,
right? Like
Debbie,
instantly.
Debbie,
Like what?
think about. I'll be back in a minute.
FedEx.
What's he playing?
Isn't FedEx great?
Oh, his phone was ringing. Is that what he was doing?
He's playing invisible.
Jay, let's talk about light touch for a minute. Now you've got the stage. Light touch and world unity. How can we use light touch? Yep.
Oh.
Got it.
Well, as my wise friend Fantuzzi once said, we got to love one another, sisters and brothers. Everything gonna be all right, 'cause we're going straight to the light. Actually, I wrote that song with him.
That's pretty
A little
cool.
personal plug. Yeah, so healing marriages. If you're in a relationship and you know that you need help because you're uncomfortable and you can't express yourself and it's not safe, then you should call us at lovecoachacademy.com and Light Touch. We'll probably put it up at the screen at some point because Light Touch is designed to help us when nothing else is working. It's designed to help you to feel and look your very best. And it works. The reason it works is because we have magnetic properties that the end neurons, when activated, can draw to ourselves magnetically. Good karma, better karma, people, opportunities, situations, good health, heal your children, heal your partner, heal yourself with Light Touch. And this is no joke. This is today's technology, coming forth to offer you the opportunity of a lifetime to feel better every day, to actually come in touch with your purpose. You have a purpose. It might be to heal others with Light Touch. And that's why we're designing a practitioner training. So you can teach Light Touch to people when you go to sleep at night. Go for miracles.
Go for miracles. And we're gonna do a light touch meditation here in just a little bit. Thank you, Jay, for talking about light touch. I want to recognize Scott Katamas, Love Coach Academy, who I'm gonna play a commercial for in just a moment. I am so honored to be part of Love Coach Academy, and it's just an incredible experience. And absolutely, Light Touch has brought the forefront of how important touch is in our life. Can I tell you about touch? I want to, well, wait a minute. First, sorry, Scott, I just got sidetracked. I want to talk about two things at once, and my brain just did it to me again. I want to recognize Scott and what he has said. He says we need to heal ourselves first. And Scott also says, and kindness to the relationships we have direct connection to. Absolutely. Because, and back to what I was saying, to me, unity means it's our relationships. And if you are not thriving in the relationship with yourself, because I'm single, so I'm going to be looking at how is this relationship for me and myself, and then how am I treating my relationships outside of me. And then for those of you in relationship, if your connection feels like it's not where it needs to be, or it's just completely not at all, then it might be a really good time for you to connect with Love Coach Academy and have a 15-minute session just to see if it might be a good fit. And the tools that are taught here are the ones that I started learning 3 years ago. And I personally know the changes that have happened in my life, which is why I've stuck with it for so long. And in fact, I'm getting ready to start another mentorship class with Scott Katamas, because the learning never ceases. The learning just never ceases. It's always growing, and I'm just so honored and blessed. So lovecoachacademy.com, and I'm going to see what I have a little blurby for you guys.
Are your relationships driving you crazy? Are you experiencing rough challenges with family? Miscommunication with your friends? Upsets with the people you work with? What about your romantic love? Is the tension too much? Are you single and missing love? Are you feeling lonely and wanting understanding? Are there threats to break up? Is there too much pain? Does any of this sound familiar? There is hope. There are solutions. There are simple and effective communication tools. Experience compassionate connections. Bring happiness back to the family. Don't suffer any longer. Learn simple tools that work to transform relationships. We are happiest when our relationships are thriving. We've helped thousands of individuals, couples, and families back into harmony. Learn more at lovecoachacademy.com.
Okay, so that was our quick blurb about lovecoachacademy.com, but seriously, you can go over to lovecoachacademy.com right now, and you can book a session with any of the love coaches that touches your heart or that you're drawn to. And that's something else I really encourage people to do. Follow that which your heart is drawn to. If you are connecting or resonating with someone that you see on live here, reach out to Spirituality Gone Wild. Reach out to Love Coach Academy. Reach out to me personally. Let me know who it is you resonate with and you want to know more about them, or you want to work with them further. Go to Love Coach Academy to book a coach. Go to light-touch.me to learn more about Jay. Paul McFarland, is it the 1101experiment.com? Yes?
Org. Orgy, yeah.
Org. Mark from org. Did you ever
Come
see
in, org.
Come in org. So yeah, that's 11. So hey Paul, what's that about?
Yeah, well, the 1101experiment.org, or orgy, as it's more fun to say it, is simply the website for my company and business and brand strategy for global brands, Fortune 500 experience, and basically looking at any situation and showing a business an open space in the near future that they can occupy in a way that will inspire a company from the inside and create massive ripple effects in society that will create fascination, compelling offers so you can build your business and grow and make a better world, and everyone will love you.
Are you political?
Am I political?
Can you help people to become political, get their message out there to the world?
Well, I'm apolitical. And the thing is, basically, if someone politicizes goodwill, if someone politicizes friendliness, if someone politicizes enthusiasm, well, then I guess it's political.
Paul,
What
I
about-
love you. I swear. Okay, so, but Jay, you're just Jay. You know I'm not political at all. In fact, we're not even going to talk that word. In fact, that word sometimes gives me brain pain because I don't even know what it means. So I'm going to just not go there. Okay, so we're going to go back to world unity and why world unity is important. And we've really uncovered a lot of stuff today, but now we're going to dig into some gratitude, and we're going to dig into some tools today that we're each going to share with our audience that's going to help them to just look at. We didn't come with a life guide here. So we can only show up and share with each other the stuff that we're doing that's working, and hopes that maybe it might help you too. Not saying that you got anything wrong though either. You know, I mean, let's look at Cindy. I love this. Something just hit her hard. I realized that I don't have one single problem with any person I know. How crazy blessed am I? Badassery blessed, because the big question we have to ask ourselves, if we have a problem with somebody, is why? Why does that bug me so much? Why is that bugging me? Is it even any of my business? Also, I mean, seriously, we're going back to Paul. Paul, it's all within. People, stop blaming.
Well, look at the word
Stop
somebody.
blaming. Stop. In fact, you know what? Stop blaming or else. Because guess what? Or else, guess what I'm going to do?
Yeah,
shoot.
I need somebody. Somebody loves me.
You need some body.
Right.
Well, we
can
might
I
need
offer-
some body if you've been single as long as I have, Paul.
Yeah. Well, can I offer a Scott Katamas kind of like simple practical tool?
What? Yeah.
Okay. This warning: this may not work for everyone. It may not work for everyone at this given moment. But if you want to feel a sense of unity in the world, get outside. And I don't care where you are. If you've got not a single bit of green growing anywhere, even if you've got concrete.
Yeah.
Can you see the sky? And if you can't see a tree, and if you can't hear a bird, can you at least see the sky? And if you can't see the sky, I got news for you. You didn't get outside yet. And when you get outside, be silent.
Mm.
Be silent outside. And just notice all the things you can notice. And from the smallest little sound or the smallest little sight, just spend time with that. And the longer you spend in it, you will cultivate a beautiful silence inside yourself. But that silence is not empty at all.
Yeah.
What you're cultivating is a fullness of experience and the fullness of everything. You take a deep, deep breath of outside air. You realize, if you understand anything you were taught in high school biology, our skin is porous. We're breathing in through our entire physical self. We're breathing in the idea of breathing, but outside and just quiet, and really be completely connected with the sky, with a bird you hear, or a blade of grass in the ground. The grass is the grass, but each blade is different, right? But just be one with that, right? Just be quiet and silent with it. Just be silent. It may not work for anyone right now. It may not work for most of you. It may not work for you right now, but try it sometime. You want to feel global unity. Go outside. Be silent.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. After Jay shares, I'd like to share quickly just a blurb on the 7 adjustments on how to step from our ego into our God-centered self, or our source-centered self, or our I am-centered self, however you want to look at it. But first, Jay, how about you please lead us all through a light touch, a 1-minute light touch meditation. And I don't have anything handy, so I'm just going to just be right here with my hands. And I want to tell everybody how important touch is. Touch is this important. Yesterday, somebody else touched my hands for the first time, and I don't know how I got an echo. Uh-oh. Hello? Okay, for the first time, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, wow, just a regular touch, you guys, nothing fancy smancy here, just a touch. And I thought to myself, oh my God, how much do I miss just touch? And I had to bring that up to you because Jay's getting ready to share about light touch, and this isn't funny, weird. This is beautiful remembrance. Beautiful remembrance. So if you have had any types of issues or PTSD or trauma, if you are single, I use it in those respects. He talks about it from the respect of a couple or relationship, but everything is relationship. Everything. So Jay, now that I've blurbed some more, go for it.
Our hands are creative. Everything you touch with your hands creates. Think of one. If you want to drink, my hands. You want to create a baby, you use your hands. Your hands are creative. And when you use your hands creatively to send a message to yourself, that's all you're doing, is opening up a portal to your own brain, through the senses. It's a synaptic message, and it's like, thank you for miracles with my partner, or thank you for money, or blessing your children. And you're not sending it through the air, or it's a form of prayer, but it's also a form of tantra. When you're actually feeling a pleasurable, blissful. This is part of the blissful sensation. So we thank you for miracles. Thank you for blessing everyone, that's watching. When everyone's blessed, we're all greatly blessed. And I find everyone needs to be blessed in my life, for me to really be blessed. So it's helped me in so many ways every day. It's a real opportunity.
I love that. Thank you so much. Beautiful. So you guys, if you understand, it's just the simplicity of really setting intention and setting intention. See, action without intention is just empty. Action without intention is empty. If you're just taking an action, but you don't even know why you're doing the action, then it's probably not going to lead to a whole lot. You make the intention. Yes, Jay.
We need miracles. That's what this whole message is about, is we have to ask for them. So every time you're doing light touch, you're asking. You're not just going, oh, it feels good. Ask for a miracle. Ask for money and use light touch while you ask.
I love that you brought that up because asking is so important. Ask. How great is that? Let's just try it, you guys. Let's just try being grateful and thanking life, thanking God, thanking the universe, thanking Source for everything that we already have, for looking at the opportunities that are in front of us right now and asking for the blessings and miracles. But in the asking, Jay, isn't it that we're really just showing up and saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for the blessings as if they've already occurred, correct? We're pulling a law of attraction here.
Right. You're believing that it works. And when life gets hard, when you've asked for miracles and you've asked, when you watch my videos, which have flashing lights, and each light is saying, yes, thank you for miracles. And it's done, creatively using today's technology. You're asking hundreds of times, even in 30 seconds. It's going, miracles, miracles, thank you, thank you. And you can call on angels, invisible friends. You can call on ancestors. You can call on your Jesus or your Krishna with light touch. Call on your Lakshmi, the god of wealth.
So it really does, what I'm hearing you say is it doesn't really matter what you are, what your belief system is, it works because all of us have the capability, at least most of us have the capability to touch ourselves lovingly, to give ourselves a hug ourselves. You know, this is something, okay, it was really weird to me the first time I ever did it because me hugging myself was like, really? When I hug myself, but when you're not hugging everybody, hugging yourself, and we're in quarantine, so hugging ourselves is like our option right now, or think about it. So thank you, Jay, very much. I want to I recognize our audience who's been just absolutely just remarkable today. I mean, Nelson, thank you. If you're looking at others for fault, we need to look at ourselves first. I love you. I love you. I love you. Absolutely. It's all within. Looking outside of what other people are doing all the time is going to keep you at a cluster, you know what. I mean, really, it's all about our own actions, our own intentions, and what it is that we're wanting to have out of our life. We can see anybody differently the minute that we choose to shift a perspective by remembering that they are an essence, a pure essence of the divine. Remembering who that they are just as worthy and deserving as you are. Everyone is. So also another great tool about getting out of yourself when you're focusing on other people too much is to actually go out and be of service, to actually go out and show up for another person. If somebody's not showing up in your life the way that you want them to, show up in the world the way that you'd like everyone to. Get out of your own head and get out of your stuff. You really aren't that important. I'm not either, quite frankly. And when I sit there and focus on myself too much, that selfishness about my importance in this world just messes everything up, because then I get way into my ego. Oh my God, do I get when I get into my ego, I'm an ass. Okay. I'm just sorry, but I can be a real ass. I'm judging myself. The judger is going to judge the judger in a second. But when I do get into my ego, let me show you what I use. And I have this in my phone. I have this handy dandy everywhere. The 7 adjustments, which are resistance, make wrong, judgment, guilt, blame, shame, criticism. Anybody ever done that before? Anyone? Ever? 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 But we got to do that shift to get willing to be curious, to use compassion, to be radically accepting, to be understanding. Understanding, what a word. Reassurance. We reassure others. We can reassure ourselves. We have radical appreciation for people. That's the types of things that you learn at Love Coach Academy, by the way. But this is also the kind of thing that when I get into those spaces I was just talking about, I use that tool right there. It is a lifesaver. It is a true lifesaver. That and connected timeouts. Connected timeouts will save your life. That's on YouTube by Scott Katamas. Y'all got to check that out. Let me go back to the audience because I did see somebody new here. Oh, Carla, look at Carla. I believe this is why the awakening is happening now. It's a huge part of World Uniting. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Carla, for commenting, and for all of you being here today, and for Scott Katamas, because I've seen you on the watch party. And Nelson, thank you. Okay, so let's see. Okay, to clarify, touch makes us feel connected and safe, and when used with intention, the space is clearer. Used with intention, yes, plus you're moving energy, Cindy. You're moving the energy. So think about EFT and NLP combined, and using that type of using it as a modality to actually move energy and create the space. You are correct. And thank you, Nelson, so much. Blessings to you too. I appreciate you right back. Radical appreciation for everybody. Gratitude is going to truly, it's your secret sauce. It's your secret superpower. Gratitude. Not just saying, oh, thank you. No. It's a state of being that you fall into that is for you. And yes, you boys wanna play a song. I think you cancel each other out though. So when you play together.
I just wanted to add, the reason why light touch works is because we are magnetic. We're energy. It takes energy. We are energy. So energy is magnetic. So light touch is the way that you attract, beneficial outcomes to yourself. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you. So Paul.
Yes.
Can you? I love that you've been here this whole hour. Thank you for taking all this time. And Jay, thank you for taking all this time with us today. As we're going to come to a close here, Paul, can you play your Clouds song?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right. We'll put the spotlight on Paul for a minute and we'll be right back.
It's called my song called "Behind the Clouds," which is well, listen, it's self-explanatory, I hope. Walking down my road of fame again, believing in my dreams, but asking when. But what do you do when she walks on by? The girl who's got those magic eyes. Above the rain, I know the sun still shines. But why does it shine on you and rain on my point of view? I'm running out of things to do. Don't fly away, 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 oh, you and I. Let's find a way, away, away, oh, you and I. Let's meet behind the clouds and kiss the sun. Alone on the beach, I'm stuck on sinking sand. I look for you and miss your helping hand. But what do you do when she's not there? Kick my feet in the dark or stand and stare. Above the rain, I know the sun still shines. Why does it shine on you and rain on my point of view? I'm running out of things to do. Don't fly away, 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 oh, you and I. Let's find a way, away, away, oh, you and I. Let's meet behind the clouds and kiss the sun.
Hey. Woohoo! Yay! Yay! Jay, you're muted. Everybody, this is Monster. Say good morning. Let me fix his hair. So, World Unity Week. I want to just make a real quick blurb. WorldUnityWeek.org. WorldUnityWeek.org. Today is all about water and the healing of water. It's amazing. Tomorrow and Friday, you can find a whole bunch of stuff about Love Coach Academy and Spirituality Gone Wild. Jay Mayer will be coming on this week on World Unity Week, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Karen Palmer, yay! Karen Palmer, beautiful song. 2 hands clapping. They love you, Paul. They love you. So there's a couple other things really quick, just so that you all know that tonight at 6 o'clock, we have the spectacular Bobby Brown right here on Spirituality Gone Wild. Bobby Brown was first known for, she won not Miss America, but Miss something. Forgive me, Bobby. I know that was horrible. But she's most well known for, if you guys remember a song by Warrant called Cherry Pie, she's my cherry pie, cool drink of water. Remember that one? Okay, remember the blonde? She's on tonight, and she's also she's actually written some great books, and her latest one, Cherry on Top, is a whole lot of yummy about a lot of stuff that you guys, I bet, are interested in. Anyway, it's going to be a fun night, women empowerment, because that's what Bobby's bringing to this world, and she's just as gorgeous as she's always been. So woo, I cannot wait to freaking meet Bobby. And Cindy just watched a video on water. Yeah. And memory. Yeah. It's a trip, right? The water and memory. Totally. You should go check out World Unity Week this week. Oh my God. Right now. It's just, the whole thing's on water. But anyway, yeah, join us tonight, and then also join us again at 6 o'clock, because we're going to have 2 shows going. We also have Love Coach Academy, which will be live. And there's just all kinds of stuff coming through Spirituality Gone Wild all day long. We are simulcasting with World Unity Week, so you can see everything right on our page. You could also join us on Saturday night at 7:30 for Saturday Night Live with the Global Peace Tribe with Neil Donald Walsh. So that is Scott Thomas and Deborah Juicy, which are the producers, and they're putting that on. We've got so much stuff. Like, I could literally sit here for the next hour and just talk and talk. Tomorrow, Drama to Dharma with Steven Sadler and Josie Herndon. And also tomorrow is Sai is Steven Sadler. Saf Buxy and Scott Thomas at 12 noon. Straight up top. You guys, so much happening. So tune in. Keep yourselves present. Let's have a blast today. Remember, go out there and do something for somebody else. Go out there and be the change that you think needs to happen. Rather than talking about it, just be it. Okay? Any last words from you guys before we head out?
Well, if you heal enough marriages on the planet, you're going to end war on the earth. So let's love each other. You know, even little things really make a difference. You know, it's more love on the planet. When you love your partner, it's powerful, and it comes back 100-fold. So, you know, let's try calling the Love Coach Academy. And we're not soliciting, we're offering help. That's really needed. People are stressed out now. And Light Touch will teach you how to create money. Touch your partner and go, thank you for wealth. Thank you for money. That's the way to touch each other these days. Thank you for miracles. Thank you for perfect love.
Thank you. Thank you. Paul?
Nope.
No. Nothing? You got nothing, man? You got nothing?
Got everything. I got everything.
Bang. That's Paul. How much do you love that, you guys? And I'm loving all of you that are in the chat right now. That is right. 1 p.m. tomorrow for all of us on World Unity Week. That is correct. You're going to see some Spirituality Gone Wild panels. And that's going to be insanity. Can I tell you, when you get all of us together in one space, man, it's rock and roll time. It is serious. Well, it's always rock and roll time in my world. So, hey, it's only rock and roll, but I like it. Yes, I do.
Light Touch is self-soothing.
Self-soothing, yes.
Yes.
Self-soothing Light Touch.
It's self-soothing. We need to be able to soothe ourselves, like big time.
Yep.
So, you know, sometimes my neck's hurting, I just start doing Light Touch. You know, Light Touch, like you ever watch a baby, you do Light Touch and the baby's like, ooh, they dig it. So,
Yep.
you know, we're like big babies.
So treat yourself like a baby, and seriously, baby yourself today. And it's 10:10, so we got to roll, guys. Love you. Peace out.